In 1992, Michelle and Barack Obama celebrated their wedding with joy. Their union marked the beginning of a remarkable journey together in life. Captured in photographs, the couple's happiness radiates through their genuine smiles. Michelle's elegance and Barack's warmth created a timeless image of love. Friends and family surrounded them, sharing blessings and heartfelt congratulations. Paris, 1945. The war has ended. Life slowly resumes. This woman carries simple treasures, 1 baguette, 6 bottles of wine. Her arms strain, but her face reflects relief and resilience. Food and drink, once scarce, now symbolize recovery and celebration. The baguette, an eternal French staple, embodies survival and tradition. Wine represents joy, community, and the return of small freedoms. A young couple stands quietly in Novosibirsk during the 1970s. The USSR's atmosphere lingers around them, shaping daily life and love. Photographer Igor Palman captures a fleeting moment of tenderness and youth. Their fashion reflects Soviet styles, modest yet expressive of personal identity. Behind them, the city breathes with factories, trams, and Soviet order. Moments like these remind us love thrived even under strict regimes. The BMW Isetta 600 became a symbol of post-war German resilience. During the 1960s, it saved BMW from the threat of bankruptcy. Its bubble-like shape and compact size charmed drivers across crowded European streets. Affordable pricing allowed working-class families to finally dream of car ownership. The tiny engine offered efficiency during times of economic recovery and scarcity. In the 1960s Armenian SSR, bread deliveries were a daily ritual. Workers unloaded vans stacked with loaves, symbolizing nourishment and community strength. Fresh bread held deep cultural meaning, central to Armenian family traditions. In bustling streets, the smell of baked bread spread quickly around. The van represented progress, linking rural bakers with hungry urban households. In 1925, a California bakery van delivered fresh bread across town. The vehicle proudly displayed its bakery name painted along the sides. It symbolized modern convenience, bringing daily goods straight to local neighborhoods. Children often waited eagerly, hoping for a warm loaf inside. For families, the van represented comfort, nourishment, and dependable service daily. Alice Elizabeth Doherty was born in Minnesota in 1887. She became known as the Minnesota Woolly Girl in America. Alice had blonde hair covering her body, it's about 2 inches long. Her condition was called hypertrichosis lanuginosa, a very rare disorder. She was the only person in the United States born with it. Her unusual appearance drew public attention during her early childhood years. In 1991, Cindy Crawford and Helena Christensen posed poolside in Saint-Tropez. Helmut Newton captured the scene, blending elegance, allure, and his signature style. The photo reflects an era of supermodel dominance in global fashion. Cindy and Helena embodied glamour, sophistication, and effortless confidence before the lens. Saint-Tropez provided the perfect backdrop of luxury, sunlight, and timeless leisure. In 1965, a young George Clooney appeared with his sister. The photograph captures a tender glimpse of childhood and family closeness. Before fame, George lived a quiet life shaped by family bonds his sister shared in those simple, formative years of youth. Such early portraits reveal the roots of personalities later known worldwide. The innocence in their expressions contrasts with Clooney's future Hollywood image. In early 20th century Helsinki, trams shaped the rhythm of city life. The Helsinki Tram Society managed routes connecting workers, families, and markets daily. Horse-drawn trams had given way to electric, modernizing public transportation systems. Passengers relied on trams for efficiency, comfort, and reliable urban mobility. The Society's work symbolized Helsinki's transformation into a modern European capital. In 1981, the Holborn 9100 entered the UK computer market. It was marketed as a personal computer with futuristic design. The advertisement highlighted its advanced processing power for offices and professionals. Its large, curved monitor made it visually striking and unusual. The Holborn 9100 represented early attempts at sleek computer aesthetics. Though innovative, it remained rare due to high costs and competition. In 1945, Cologne lay in ruins after relentless Allied bombings. A German woman stood, carrying all her remaining possessions with determination. Her belongings were packed into bundles, representing the fragments of survival. Behind her, the city showed destruction with collapsed buildings and rubble. She embodied resilience, navigating devastation with only essentials in hand. 3 sets of twins posed together for a portrait in 1895. Their identical features make the image both charming and unusual. The children stand carefully, dressed in neat clothing of the era. Photographs like this were rare, capturing family pride and unity. The portrait preserves a special moment of childhood and togetherness. It remains a fascinating glimpse into family life over a century ago. On May 6, 1932, tragedy struck France's highest office. Immigrant Pavel Gorgolov fatally shot President Paul Doumer with a pistol. The attack happened during a book fair in Paris's Hotel Salomon. Doumer, age 75, had served only 1 year in office. He was rushed to hospital but died the following morning. Gorgolov, a Russian exile, claimed political motives behind his violent act. In 1925, strongwoman Martha Farah amazed crowds with unmatched strength. She faced 16 rivals together, holding her ground with a remarkable determination. The contest showed physical power and public fascination with human endurance. Farah pulled ropes against many men, yet she stood unshaken. Her performance highlighted strong entertainment popular in early 20th century exhibitions. In 1978, Mel Blanc was celebrated as the man with 1,000 voices. He gave life to beloved characters like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. His vocal range amazed audiences and defined generations of animated storytelling. Blanc's skill transformed cartoons into timeless entertainment for children and adults alike. Every character carried unique tones, personalities, and unforgettable expressions through his voice. In 1988, young spouses shared a dormitory at Bauman Moscow State University. Life in Moscow's student housing reflected both challenges and shared determination, and these couples balanced demanding studies with the realities of married life. Dormitories were often crowded, yet created strong bonds among young families. Meals, studies, and dreams were shared within small, modest rooms daily. In 1959, Cannes became the glamorous stage for cinema's brightest names. French actress Marina Vladi appeared with rising star Alain Delon. The film festival showcased style, elegance, and youthful energy that year. Their presence symbolized France's cultural charm and international influence in cinema. Cannes was not only films, but fashion, beauty, and charisma. This photograph from 1920 shows Soviet military leaders Kliment Voroshilov and Semyon Budyonny. Both men played crucial roles in the Russian Civil War. Voroshilov later became a close ally of Joseph Stalin. Budyonny was known for commanding the famed 1st Cavalry Army. The image reflects confidence, unity, and revolutionary determination during turbulent years. This rare photograph shows a kindergarten in Irkutsk during the 1880s. Children sit together learning in one of Russia's earliest formal kindergartens. Kindergartens were a new concept inspired by Friedrich Froebel's educational ideas. Irkutsk, far from Moscow, still embrace modern approaches to early education. Teachers emphasize structured play, songs, and group activities for young minds. In 1964, actress Catherine Deneuve enjoyed a playful break in Rome. She kicked a football with local boys between filming movie scenes. The film was La Costanza della Ragione, later titled The Persistence of the Mind. Photographer Angelo Frontoni captured this lively and candid behind-the-scenes moment. Deneuve, already rising as a star, showed charm beyond the screen. Her casual energy contrasts with her elegant film image. 3 elegant ladies ride their bicycles, capturing the effortless charm of the 1940s. Their dresses flow gracefully, blending practicality with unmistakable vintage style. Each hairstyle reflects the decade: soft curls, waves, and polished poise. The bicycles symbolize independence, freedom, and everyday resilience during challenging times. Wartime shortages made cars rare, so bicycles became trusted companions. In 1937, Stage Door brought 2 legends together. Katharine Hepburn and Ginger Rogers shared the screen with brilliance. The film followed aspiring actresses chasing dreams in New York. Hepburn played a determined newcomer with passion and depth. Rogers shined as a witty, experienced performer full of charm. Their chemistry made the story unforgettable for audiences. This photograph preserves Hollywood's golden era at its finest. Lily Tomlin and John Travolta stand together in 1977. They attended the premiere of Saturday Night Fever. Travolta's rising stardom defined disco culture during this era. Lily Tomlin brought charm and wit to the evening. The night marked a key moment in pop culture history. This photo captures two icons at the height of fame. In the 1990s, MIT pioneered wearable computing experiments. Students and researchers designed devices worn directly on the body. Bulky headsets and backpacks carried computers, cameras, and processors. These prototypes aimed to merge daily life with constant digital access. The project imagined a future of hands-free information everywhere. Though large and awkward, these inventions paved paths for today's wearables. Smartwatches, AR glasses, and fitness trackers trace roots to this era. A Filipino-American family poses proudly for a portrait in 1912. The setting is the Philippines during a period of change. Family portraits like this captured pride, unity, and heritage. Traditional attire blends with early 20th century Western clothing styles. Such images preserve personal stories within larger historical transitions. This photograph reflects identity, resilience, and the importance of family. Freddie Mercury and David Bowie share a moment backstage, 1985. They were at the legendary Live Aid concert in London. Both artists defined music with their talent and charisma. Live Aid united musicians to raise funds for famine relief. This rare backstage photo shows friendship behind global stardom. Two icons, one stage, and a timeless cause in history. Kenny Baker enjoys lunch during filming in Tunisia, 1976. He played the beloved droid R2-D2 in Star Wars. Behind-the-scenes moments show the human side of filmmaking. Tunisia's desert served as the backdrop for Tatooine scenes. This quiet moment contrasts with the movie's epic adventure. It captures the blend of hard work and simple breaks. Italian laborers pose for a photograph in Louisiana taken in 1899. Many had arrived seeking better opportunities in the United States. Their work was often hard, involving farming, construction, and manual labor. Louisiana became home to one of the largest Italian communities. The photo captures resilience and determination during challenging times. It reflects the immigrant struggle for survival and new beginnings. Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart on their wedding day, 1945. They married in a quiet ceremony, away from Hollywood's spotlight. Their love story became one of cinema's most famous romances. In this photograph captures their joy at the start of married life, a timeless image of two stars bound by love, not fame. Cowboys enjoy drinks at the Equity Bar in Old Tascosa, Texas, 1907. The bar was a popular gathering spot for ranchers and drifters. Tascosa was once known as the cowboy capital of the Panhandle. This image captures friendship, laughter, and life in a frontier town, a rare glimpse into cowboy culture during the fading Wild West. In 1938, two women spar on a city rooftop. Gloves raised, they face each other with determination and energy. Boxing wasn't just a men's sport, women embraced it too. Their training combined strength, balance, and resilience under open skies. Urban rooftops often doubled as gyms for creative workouts. This photo shows women breaking barriers with every punch. It reflects empowerment, courage, and changing roles of women worldwide. A woman talks on a phone at Heathrow Airport, London, 1980s. She stands near the terminal, holding the receiver to her ear. Passengers move around, carrying luggage and walking through the busy airport. Clothing and hairstyles reflect early 1980s London fashion trends clearly. The telephone captures a moment before mobile phones became common worldwide. The photograph shows travel, communication, and daily life at a major airport. It preserves a simple, everyday scene from London's bustling airport decades ago. In 1931, New York's skyline reached new heights. An iron worker stands boldly atop the Chrysler Building. He extends his hand, touching the very tip with ease. No safety gear, only courage and steady balance. The city spreads below, vast and full of ambition. Such workers built America's iconic skyscrapers with strength and skill. Their bravery turned steel and stone into lasting monuments. This photograph captures human daring against the urban sky. Gamblers gather around a faro table in Arizona, 1895. Faro was one of the most popular card games in the West. The saloon is filled with smoke, noise, and anticipation. Each player places bets, hoping for fortune in the turn. Faro often led to heated disputes and quick tempers. This photograph captures a lively moment in frontier gambling history. President George H.W. Bush uses a secure phone while golfing, 1991. He holds the handset concentrating on an important conversation during play. The golf course shows trees, green grass, and open fairways behind him. This phone represents advanced, secure technology for presidential communication at the time. Aides are likely nearby, maintaining security and supporting his call efficiently. The photograph blends leisure, leadership, and technology in a single rare moment. It preserves a unique glimpse of a president working outside the Oval Office. F1 legends Niki Lauda and James Hunt share a laugh by the pit wall, 1970. Both drivers are dressed in racing suits ready for high-speed competition. The pit wall shows team members, tools, and race preparation in progress. Their relaxed expressions contrast the tension of the track and upcoming race. The photograph captures camaraderie and rivalry between two iconic Formula One champions. Helmets and tires are visible, hinting at the intensity of professional racing. A group of people dance in an East German disco club, 1975. Disco lights flash across the room, illuminating dancers in colorful outfits. Men and women move to the beat, enjoying music and nightlife together. Hairstyles and fashion reflect mid-1970s trends in Eastern Europe clearly. The photograph captures energy, social life, and youth culture under socialism. Tables and drinks are visible, showing the casual, lively atmosphere of the club. It preserves a rare glimpse of East German nightlife from decades ago. A rural U.S. mail carrier sits proudly with his horse and wagon. The Harrington Light Runner mail wagon was designed for rough roads. Its sturdy build allowed carriers to travel long distances with reliability. The horse patiently waits, harnessed and steady, ready for the day's route. Mailbags rest inside the wagon, filled with letters and parcels for delivery. A father works carefully in his small shoe repair shop. His young son stands nearby, watching him with admiration. The wooden shelves hold boots, tools, and worn leather pieces. Shoe repair was hard work, yet vital for communities. In early 1900s Connecticut, such shops supported everyday families. The father teaches patience, skill, and pride in craftsmanship. The son learns through quiet observation and guidance. This image preserves a moment of family and tradition. A Maori woman poses proudly in 1905 New Zealand. Her face displays mokokawe, the sacred chin tattoo of women. Each line holds deep cultural meaning, identity, and ancestral connection. Moko tattoos were carved, not inked, using chisels called uhi. They mark status, heritage, and life's important milestones. Her cloak, likely woven from flax, reflects Maori tradition. This photograph captures dignity, resilience, and cultural pride, a timeless image of heritage preserved through art on skin. Katharine Hepburn sits with her niece Katherine Houghton in 1967. They are on the set of Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and the film tackled race and marriage during a changing America. Hepburn delivered one of her most powerful performances here. Houghton starred alongside legends like Sidney Poitier and Spencer Tracy. This behind-the-scenes photo shows family bonds on a historic set. The Mechanical Man of the Future was displayed in Philadelphia, 1936. This robot appeared during the city's New Year's Day parade celebration. Crowds gathered to see the strange invention moving through the streets. It represented early visions of technology shaping everyday life ahead. Though simple by today's standards, it amazed people at the time. The figure stood as a symbol of futuristic dreams and progress. On May 6, 1937, Hollywood stars gathered for a wedding. Norma Shearer Thalberg, Irving Thalberg, and Jean Harlow attended the event. They came to celebrate the marriage of scriptwriter Carey Wilson. His bride, actress Carmelita, stood by his side with joy. The photograph captures Hollywood's golden age of glamour and fame. It preserves a moment where cinema's icons joined in celebration. A postman empties a mailbox attached to a German tram. This scene was captured in Berlin during the year 1920. Mail collection was efficient, using trams as mobile post offices. The system connected neighborhoods quickly in a growing urban environment. Such practices reveal daily routines of post-war German city life. It shows innovation in adapting public transport for civic duties. A mother carefully tends her young son's wound in 1917. The moment shows care and love during difficult times of war. Families endured hardship, but daily life and bonds continued strongly. This photograph captures resilience, tenderness, and humanity in uncertain years. It reminds us how parental care shines even in troubled times. In 1940, Packard became the first car with factory-installed air conditioning. This innovation marked a new era of comfort in automobiles. By 1969, over half of all cars sold included air conditioning. What began as a luxury soon became a standard expectation. It shows how quickly technology shaped everyday driving experiences. In the 1950s, airlines introduced sky cots for traveling infants. These small cradles were attached to the overhead luggage bin. Parents could place their babies inside during the flight. The design aimed to give comfort and free parents' arms. It reflected both creativity and safety ideas of mid-century air travel. Residents of West Berlin show their children to grandparents across the barrier, 1961. The Berlin Wall separates the families, creating a tense but poignant moment. Children lean toward their grandparents, waving and smiling through the restricted passage. Adults display hope and longing, bridging the physical and political divide carefully. Clothing and hairstyles reflect early 1960s West Berlin fashion trends clearly. In 1957, the Golden Globe Awards brought together Hollywood stars. Elizabeth Taylor appeared alongside her husband, producer Mike Todd. Beside them was actress Debbie Reynolds, radiant in her gown. The trio captured the glamour of cinema's golden era. This photograph reflects elegance, fame, and timeless Hollywood charm. Three friends posed together showing 1960s hairstyles and clothing styles. Their outfits reflect bold patterns, bright colors, and personal expression. The hairstyles capture the iconic volume and flair of the decade. This photo highlights youth culture and fashion trends of the 1960s. It's a lively glimpse into friendship and style from the past. Agatha Christie enjoyed skating with friends on Torquay Pier around 1910. Before fame, she lived a youthful, carefree life near the seaside. Christie grew up in Devon, surrounded by family and seaside culture. Roller skating was a popular leisure activity during the Edwardian era. This photograph captures her as a teenager, happy and full of energy. No one then knew she would become history's best-selling crime novelist. Inside this Georgetown dorm room in 1946, students made small spaces their home. Beds are pushed close, desks crowded with books and lamps, clothing drapes over chairs, showing busy student routines and priorities. A radio sits in the corner, technology bringing news and music to campus. Windows show light filtering in, some curtains drawn to create privacy. Shelves hold personal things, letters, photos, small knickknacks of comfort. A family visits their cousin's house in 1980 on a sunny day. Children run and laugh while adults chat and enjoy the casual gathering. The living room shows typical 1980s decor with patterned wallpaper and furniture. Clothes, hairstyles, and accessories reflect fashion trends of the early 80s. The photograph captures warmth, connection, and everyday life among extended family members. It preserves a joyful moment of family bonding from decades ago. Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor posed together in Paris, 1965, looking glamorous. Both are dressed elegantly, reflecting high fashion and celebrity style of the era. The Eiffel Tower and Parisian streets provide a scenic backdrop for the photograph. They hold hands, smiling, showing their famous chemistry and public affection. Children play on a set of submerged cartwheels in 1898. They balance carefully, enjoying their playful summer adventure. A small toy boat floats nearby, adding to their joy. Water ripples reflect light, making the scene feel timeless and peaceful. Their clothes are simple, typical of late 19th century children. The photograph captures laughter, innocence, and imagination in everyday life. In 1958, London saw its first strip club open. It marked a bold shift in the city's nightlife scene. The club introduced performances unseen before in traditional entertainment venues. Crowds gathered, curious about this daring new cultural attraction. For some, it was shocking. For others, thrilling and modern. The opening reflected changing attitudes toward freedom and expression. The small venue sparked debates about morality, art, and society. A performer pauses mid-routine at Club Samoa in New York City. The year is 1950, and nightlife is alive with smoke, jazz, and neon. Photographer Burt Glynn captures the scene with raw, candid energy. The dancers' confidence and poise reflect post-war America's changing culture. Clubs like Samoa offered escape, allure, and the thrill of the forbidden. Her presence under the spotlight embodies both glamour and grit. In 1911, electric cars were already part of everyday transportation. This photo shows a car being charged quietly inside a garage. The setup looks simple, yet advanced for the early 20th century. People believed the electric vehicles were the future of clean travel. They were silent, easy to operate, and required no hand cranking. We often think electric cars are a modern creation today, but history proves the idea existed more than a century ago. The one-room schoolhouse shaped rural American education for generations. Small wooden buildings held mixed-age students under one teacher's guidance. Lessons included reading, writing, arithmetic, and simple moral instruction. Older students often helped younger classmates in cooperative learning. The schoolhouse doubled as a community hub for meetings and gatherings. In the 1930s, families often enjoyed outdoor picnics beside their cars. This photo shows a family relaxing together near their shiny new automobile. The car symbolized progress, comfort, and pride during this changing decade. People brought baskets of food, blankets, and drinks for their outings. Picnics offered relief from daily struggles of the Great Depression years. Cars gave freedom, making countryside trips and family gatherings more accessible. This photo shows the U.S. mail experimental vehicle from 1912. It used an Indian motorcycle fitted with a front mail carrier box. The design was created to make deliveries faster in busy towns. The rider balanced speed with the responsibility of carrying postal items. This experiment marked a step forward in America's postal transportation history. Machines like this paved the way for modern mail service vehicles. In 1954, Marilyn Monroe entertained American troops during the Korean War. The show was organized under the title Anything Goes. Almost 100,000 soldiers gathered to watch her perform with excitement. For the troops, her presence brought joy and a sense of home. She sang, danced, and joked, lifting spirits during difficult times. The event became one of Monroe's most remembered appearances for the military. In 1909, women stand outside the Klondike Dance Hall and Saloon. The hall was a popular gathering place in many small communities. Dance halls offered music, social interaction, and entertainment for townsfolk and travelers. Women played an important role in shaping these cultural meeting spaces. They often came with friends or families to enjoy the evening. The saloon also served as a spot for conversation and news. This photo shows festival goers at Woodstock, wearing hippie-style clothing, 1969. Tie-dye shirts splash color across cotton fabrics. Bright, loose, expressive. Bell-bottom pants flare wide, echoing youthful freedom and countercultural rebellion. Many wear headbands, beads, sandals, often barefoot to embrace earthiness. Patterns swirl, psychedelic, floral, ethnic, mixing global elements into roadside fashion. Two young boys stand quietly, watching American soldiers pass through town. The streets of St. Lo show scars from brutal wartime battles. Buildings lie shattered, smoke lingers, and rubble covers the broken ground. Despite destruction, the boys' eyes follow the advancing, liberating soldiers. American jeeps roll forward, engines loud against the town's silence.